Hello, and welcome to our segment of today for She Is Still Dope TV. I am Pastor Sharonda Lynn, but you guys can just call me Sharonda. I am a digital specialist that creates dynamic demand between your target market and your business through website optimization for maximum profits and engagement. I specialize in the faith-based community faith-based faith-based community entrepreneurs, leaders, you name it, I'm there for you. And today is our third installment in our strategy, and today we're going to be talking about crafting your faith community's content strategy, right? So today we're going to learn how to create some content strategy for Facebook for your faith-based community. We're going to talk about identifying formats and free apps that will improve the quality of your content. And then we're going to talk about using strategies for all creative formats to ensure authentic and relevant storytelling. Let me tell you something. Today is going to be a lot of information. So please stop what you're doing and make sure you get something to write with, because this is going to be all good stuff. Welcome, replay viewers. Welcome. Whether this is your first or 1000th time, we welcome you here to She Is Still Dope. And I want to share this. Y'all know I am okay, wait. It's not sharing that way. Isn't that something I can't ever find? Oh, because I'm in the wrong spot, y'all. Just bear with me for just a moment. I just want to share this to my page. There we go. All right. So, just a little bit of an introduction. Everything you share online with your community of faith, with your church, with your ministry, including like photos, videos, posts, um, posts, stories. It's all content. We in the marketing field, we all of that is content. Content isn't one thing, but it's a multitude of things. And creating and curating that content is what's relevant to your community, because you want your story, your words, your information to get out there. And it's a very complex task that requires planning, and believe me, it can seem tiresome, but if you do it correctly, and I have done it correctly multiple times, sometimes you get tired, but if you do it correctly, it's going to build your audience. It requires planning, strategizing, and understanding who your audience is and what do they want from you, right? You have to develop a content strategy that outlines when to post, or when your post is successful. So as we go through this, we're going to learn a few things, and then I'm not going to keep you long. The first thing I want to encourage you to do is to define your content strategy. It's easy to say that you know what you're doing and how to do it, but if you don't have an outline of what you're going to do, you're going to be all over the place. And I've done that too. When you define your content strategy, you are helping yourself to have a clear path. So you're going to make a plan, but these are parts of the tools of that you're going to use to execute, right? So number one, you want to define your goals. And you need to list out what your community's goals are. What are you trying to accomplish? And how do you want to use Facebook to reach those goals, or to use Instagram, or to use Twitter, or to use some other platform? You've got to know. So some of the common ways of defining your goals is, do you want to bring awareness to your to your brand? Are you trying to get them to buy something? Are you trying to get to build your audience? Are you trying to advocate for something? You've got to know what you're trying to do. Once you understand that you have to define your goals, then you can determine your target audience. Who can help you reach these goals? Start with the people that, you know, that can make the most impact. And you identify who is most likely to take action as a result of seeing your content. So you want to make sure that you're targeting the right audience. Let me tell you how important that is. That takes you from 0 to 1,000 in 5 seconds flat when you have the right audience, when you have the right audience that's looking to buy into what you are doing, right? So also you want to measure and improve your content. So you want to make sure you're looking at all the analytics behind the scene. What does that look like for your organization? What are your key indicators that will show that you are performing? Or is it flat sales or signups? Is it engagement on your page? Keep track of how well your content is doing and helping you achieve these outcomes so that you can actually achieve your goals, right? So here's 3 ways to track your success. Number 1, you're going to reach. You're going to look at reach. How many people see your post? Reach is typically associated with rising awareness and building a brand. Secondly, you want to do engagement. You want to look at engagement. How many people liked it? How many commented? How many shared? What is going on with your post within people? Are they talking about it? Are they not talking about it? Did you get a like? Did you not get a like? And then you want to talk about you want to track it by conversation. How many people actually did take action? How many people shared, signed up, visited your website, or attended an event or donated? Conversion is associated with an action goal. So you have to know, number 1, let me go back. You have to know what your goals are, defining your goals. Then you want to determine your audience, and then you want to measure and improve your content. So, and that was dealing with reach, engagement, and conversion. So if you use all 3 of those, which was measure and improve your content, determine your target audience, and define your goals, you can build out your content strategy. You should be able to answer questions. When you get done with that, what are you going to post? What are you going to post? What media are you going to use? How are you going to measure a win? Because if you are in business, if you are in the business of winning souls, if you are in the business of doing anything and garnering more customer clientele, you need to know how to measure what wins for you. What's a win for you? And not only that, but you don't just want to put out anything that is boring. You want to create engaging content, right? In order for you to stand out on social media platforms, it should be interesting, it should be creative, it should be relevant, it should speak to the members of your community. So when you're creating content, most faith organizations may think they need to have special knowledge or equipment or other topics, or other equipment, other technology, or you have to hire somebody. But there are some simple ways to overcome these challenges, right? You don't have to always hire somebody. When you're ready to hire somebody, you want somebody really to jump in and build it. But you can do this if you don't have the finances to fund hiring somebody like myself. So you want to start by reviewing which formats work best. Equipment. We're going to review the formats that work best when when engaging content. You don't have to worry about whether you have the equipment, the knowledge, the money, or anything like that. So you need to let your organization's mission make you creative. I don't know how else to say that. Identify the reason to cause identify the reason or cause you want to build a community with, and use those formats to portray your mission. So you want to make sure that you include your mission, but you want to do it creatively. So if you're part of a specific STEM project, you don't just want to put STEM up there, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. You might want to put a creative photo up there or post that shows people having fun, and then you talk about your mission. You want to engage these people, and you want to do it in different ways. You don't have to do it one way. So engage people. You can also engage people with live video, not just a funny post, but live video. Live video provides an interactive way to connect with your congregation, your ministry, your business in real time. You can use it to make exciting announcements. I have a client that uses video. She'll say, "Hey, listen, I know that something is happening, or I have a ebook to be launched," right? And my client will say, "Hey, I have an ebook to be launched. It's going to be launched on Friday." And then she'll do a couple posts between now and Friday. And then on Friday, she'll get online and say, "Hey, I got this super big announcement." And that creates engagement because people are always seeing her get online, talk about her book, talk about her programs, right? So there are two other things that will help you. One is called Hyperlapse and one is called Boomerang. Hyperlapse and Boomerang apps can help you make fun videos to share authentic moments. So Hyperlapse is a time lapse video that you can use to film something in real time, and then you can speed it up, right, for a few seconds. And Boomerang creates a loop, kind of like GIF videos. So you can use those two, but you can download them from your app store if you have Apple or Google Play. You can use the following. I forgot what I had noted, but you can use the following to for more apps other than Hyperlapse and Boomerang, because those create videos. But you can do video editing with Color Story, Over, Story Boost, Type Loop, Mojo, Quick, Video Shop, and Canva. Canva. If you don't do anything else, get a professional Canva membership. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. You can have do-it-yourself studio is a create an in-home studio. So what you see behind me is my studio. I created this. This is not a background. I can fluff the curtains. You can create a studio right in your home and just broadcast from there. You don't need anything fancy. I have some curtains, and I created them two little shelves. You see them little shelves? Two little shelves. I have different tricks of the trade, but I've put them up. All right. So here's some tips for making great content. Number one, you want to develop a consistent look and feel. Don't be out here doing your thing and your colors are black and white. No, that's not a good one. And your colors are yellow and purple, and you're doing everything but yellow and purple. Develop consistency, not just because it looks great, but it's what people identify with. Then you want to focus on one main message or idea. You don't have to give them the whole thing at one time. They're not even going to follow everything at one time. You need to stick to one message, one thing that you can really hone in on, and use the rule. The other thing is use the rule of thirds when composing an image. Um, when you use the rule of thirds, the most important thing goes right there in the middle. So if you go 3 3 3, these 3 columns here, your most important thing, and then 3 rows, wherever they lock up, that's your most important thing. You want to make sure that you have your target right there. You can use unexpected space or layouts to spotlight your subject. In other words, you can have your subject sitting on, say you're selling earrings and they're faith-based earrings, it has Jesus on them or whatever. You can stage it so the background is plain and then you see more of the earring. You can experiment with lighting. You don't have to put just any old kind of picture out there. You guys know that use the what do you call those things? Oh my gosh, we use them on Instagram all the time. Now my thought process is, oh, what is that called, guys? Filters. I couldn't get that in my, experimenting with light is experimenting with the filters on your phone. You can feature a single focal point. In other words, blur everything out and have you or whatever it is that you're focusing on be clear. That'd be the only clear thing. You can use the full vertical space of a screen when you're dealing with stories. So make sure you use the whole thing. And then you need to be interactive. You need to be able to, I like to say, be present in whatever you are doing. Present. Be present in whatever you are doing so that you are interactive. If somebody comments, you go respond to the comment. All right. So if I could ask you for anything, like what three component, what are the one, give me one, and you could drop it in the chat. You can drop it in chat. What is one component that you can use to create your content strategy? Remember, we had 3 components altogether, but if you could just drop one in there, that'd be great. Now, what I want you to take away from this is I want you to keep everything authentic. Think about your audience as you create your content. Be authentic and make sure you tell a compelling story, right? So then you want to use existing things that you have or free apps like Boomerang and layouts to enhance your photos and video. You want to make sure that you have access to your apps, free apps. A lot of times free apps will put their own label on your picture. They'll put a watermark or something like that. If you're okay with that, use the free apps. And then you can try out simple creative tips like rule of thirds, and bringing things in and out of focus, playing with your light. These are all things that you can use to make your content, your creative content, a little bit more interesting. All right. So if you have any questions for me, I was happy to present this. We have one more day, one more topic. Next week, we're going to be talking about partnering with your followers and local community leaders. So a lot of times we stay online or we stay in one little spot, but when we really are marketing and networking, we're going all over the place. And so next week, we're going to be talking about going outside of the place to pull everybody back in. All right. So I am Sharonda Lynn. I thank you so much for tuning in, especially if you are replay viewers. Shout out to my replay viewers. I really, really appreciate you guys. And that's all I have for you today. Tune in next week. I love you so much. Please be sure to like and subscribe to She Is Still Dope TV. And be sure to follow me on Ask Sharonda Lynn. I have a whole bunch of good things cooking up. And I know that if you're there, I'm going to make sure that stuff happens. All right. So I love you with the love of Christ. Go forward today knowing that God is way more for you than the enemy could ever be against you. And that means your business too, your ministry too, and whatever else you have going on in the Lord. Amen. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have an amazing day, guys.